Hi there, I hope you're enjoying your daily activity of connecting with yourself and doing the mirror work 5 minutes a day. Remember, if you want to create that new healthy confidence, you've got to keep repetition going. And it might take several months, but it's so truly worth it. Now, the third step is to create our self-image script. Our self-image script is basically the beliefs or the fixed opinions we have about ourselves internally that we want to believe about ourselves. So who do we want to become? In self-image module, you will create a generic self-image script, and then once you pass self-image module and you will move past lesson 1, which is about setting your goal, you will review your self-image script to match your goal. So how do we work on self-image script? Well, I'm sure you have heard Bob saying that if you want, or someone else saying in personal development, if you want to achieve something, you've got to start becoming the person that has achieved this. So how does that person walk? How do they talk? How do they meet and greet people? What sort of routine they have? How do they think? How do they dress? And you've got to start asking yourself, what's that ideal person or ideal version of you that you want to become? And if you're creating self-image script after lesson 1, you want to ask yourself, who is that person who has accomplished my goal, specifically in that area. So the way I write self-image script, I would, first of all, I would bullet point several areas that I want to write about. If you are in self-image module, you can start with quite generic things. So you might just ask yourself, who do I want to be? What's my ideal version of Eva in my life? Or if you have idea about your goal already, what kind of attributes would that person have that I don't have right now? And I typically, if you did the self-image module and you feel like that inner critic is still in the background, I would start with some spiritual affirmations if they resonate with you. So I personally would write out things like, I'm God's highest form of creation. I love planting ideas in my mind and they always become real. I have huge belief in my success and my self-worth. I deserve to be successful. And then I would bullet point areas that I want to write about. So for instance, my confident speaking in front of people, my relationship confidence, or my body and how I take care of my body, my daily habits, my discipline attitude, maybe my money management and money beliefs. And then I would bullet point these areas, and then I would start writing a couple of lines about each. So I would write as if I'm already that person. So let's take my money beliefs and my money habits. I am a phenomenal money manager. I'm so good at managing my income and coming up with new ideas how to earn more. Money just keeps flowing to me so easily and joyfully. I would write out about my body. I love and appreciate my body. I eat healthy and exercise every single day, and I just feel so great and so vibrant and alive. My routine, I get up early at 6 a.m. every morning. I do my mental routine and I just feel phenomenal for the day. I am super disciplined. My attitude, I am so good. I'm always looking for the best in every person and every situation. I have phenomenal attitude. My leadership skills. So just look at the areas of life. Who do you want to be? And bullet point them and start writing them out in present tense. So this would be your first self-image script. I will also enclose a little PDF for you so that you can see how you would typically write out that kind of self-image script. And when you have this one done, what I would do, on top of doing the 5 minutes of your mirror work, so 10 compliments in the mirror and inner child, you want to listen to your self-image script every day. Now, what I personally do, I either read it out loud or I listen to it. So I would record it on a voice application on my phone. For me on iPhone, it's called Voice Loop. I personally enjoy listening to epic emotional music or piano music or something similar that invokes my emotion on YouTube. And then I would have the voice recording app here and the YouTube would be playing on my laptop. I would speak my self-image script here and it would record with the background music. And then what I do, I listen to it when I wash the dishes, when I go for a walk, when I go to shops, when I do all sorts of things. And then the self-image just keeps being impressed into my subconscious mind. And then as I go along my life, I ask myself, what would that person do? How would that person decide in this situation? How would that person behave? And I practice being that new self-image, being that new version of me. Now, when you have that self-image script done, after you go past lesson 1 and you design your goal, so you might notice that after you finish your self-image module, your self-image script will be quite generic. It will be about you in relationships, about your body, about you and money, about attitude, all that stuff. But when you go past lesson 1 and you're ready with your goal, then let's say if your goal is, I have launched my coaching business and I'm earning 100,000 a year and I'm working globally helping people become super confident. If this is your C-type goal, then you would ask yourself, who is it? That person, who is that person that has achieved that kind of goal? What sort of attribute, personality traits, thinking patterns, daily habits, routine, how do they dress? What sort of qualities they have that I don't have yet and I need to improve or implement. And again, I would write bullet points and I would write, okay, my leadership skills, my attitude, my daily discipline, my sales skills, my confidence in front of social media and speaking in front of people. And then I would write lines, right? I would specifically, in me personally, when I did it the first time, I was writing everything, but it just took way too long. So right now I write specifically the areas where I know I need improvement and I would write down. So for instance, in terms of attitude, I'm always looking for the best in every person and every situation. I have phenomenal attitude. In terms of my leadership skills, I am a phenomenal leader. I am so good at guiding and leading my team to perform tip top. In terms of my selling skills, I'm a phenomenal salesperson. I connect heart to heart so easily, and I'm so skilled at helping people making the right decision to invest in their goals. So I would bullet point all these areas that I know I need to change, including how I dress, if it's important for my business goal, the goal that I've created. So I would ask yourself, who is the person who achieved that C-type goal, and then write out your self-image script in present tense. And just like I mentioned earlier, record it, either read it out loud or every day, or record it on a voice loop or other voice application and listen to it. When you go past lesson 1, you can have your goal and your self-image script connected and recorded on a voice loop. And that means that you're going to repeat both of them twice a day. And when you're going throughout your life, you don't want to just repeat your self-image. You want to start acting like that person. So when you have a decision to make, whether it's with your spouse, with your partner, with your employee, with your team member, when you're going and applying for jobs, you want to ask yourself, how would my C-type person behave? How would they decide? What would they do in this situation? And you want to start acting as if you are that person. Now, self-image script is seriously creating a quantum leap in your goals, because when you start making decisions and behaving and thinking like the person you want to be, you make a quantum leap in your thoughts and you start receiving ideas to get your goal 10 times faster. So I hope you enjoy it and I hope you will implement it.